Hello. I'm assuming you're here because you saw the title of my video, which is something along the lines of how to carry a passport traveler's notebook as your everyday carry, which means that this Midori or Traveler's Company traveler's notebook, which is passport size, is my everything. It's my wallet, it's my planner, it's my notes, it is my folder where I put receipts, and it is a picture album, a picture of my daughter and my wife. It is really everything to me. If I forget it for some reason, I feel naked. I feel lost without it. So this is truly my EDC, my everyday carry. So I'm going to go through it today and talk about how I use it. What do I use it for? What do I have inside of it? What have I found that works really great for me? So sit back, relax, and hopefully this will help you a little bit in your journey to find planner peace, as they say. So I have this little piece of washi right here because it is covering up my personal information, because I have embossed my name and my email address, because the thought of losing this is terrifying. So I have it there to make sure that if I were to ever lose it, hopefully a good Samaritan finds it and returns it back home safely to me. So as you can see, this is Traveler's Company passport in camel. It is already developing a beautiful patina, even though I've only had this specific TN for maybe a month or two. And I have my Fisher Space Pen. This is a bullet pen is what they call it. Fisher Space Pens are my pens of choice. I just really like the way they write. I kind of have a brass theme going on, although copper is my favorite metal, fun fact. Okay, so I open this up and I have a little pocket here that I keep my business cards. And then I have a 1.61 soft goods leather folder I got from Baumkuchen. I'm really, really liking how it's patina-ing. So what I keep in here is receipts, especially business receipts, small pieces of paper. If I find any found ephemera while I'm out, I put it in here so that I can bring it home and put it in my regular size TN, which is my art journal. And I have the blank Midori weeks here. I can show you. Nothing's on this page. I do color code, and so I carry around a Bellroy pencil case that I have my Tombow markers in for these specific colors that I use to color code. But the way that I use this, because I am a professor, I started this in August, which is when my contract starts every year, and then I will use this plus another one through the summer. I teach through the summer as well. So it just really helps me being able to start right in August, because in the front you can see there is kind of, if you are familiar with bullet journals, it's kind of like the future planning. So I can still write stuff down on here if I need to. So that actually works out really well for me. I have a little stamp that I got on Etsy, which is dotted, and so I actually use this to create a dot grid down in this blank spot of every week, which has been really helpful for me to be able to create kind of like a bullet list of to-dos if it's week specific, if there needs to be a timeline with it. The other side of the folder, of course, and then I have field notes. So that's something that is maybe a little different than a lot of people. I use both Midori or Travelers Company passport size inserts, and I also use Field Notes. I have a Field Notes subscription. I really like Field Notes products. I really like the collectability of them. I just think they're a really neat notebook. And so I was really worried. I watched a lot of videos about people using Field Notes within their passport sizes, and it seemed like a big consensus was people saying it doesn't really work really well. I have to disagree. I think that it works incredibly well, especially when your TN is as stuffed as mine. You can't really tell. The pen loop is covering the top. The bottom is flush with it. It's working out really great for me. So anyway, I have my Field Notes. This is the Alphabet Soup edition, or the MLBD edition. Turquoise, my favorite color. It is graph paper, which I use this insert for pretty much everything. To-dos, lists if I'm packing, if I'm going somewhere. I have a no spend month in here, which obviously wasn't going that great, so I stopped. I have a list of all the books that I've read in July and August. I do have an index on the back page so that I can quickly reference once I finish the book. I have a little Sudoku, 6 little boards, 6 games in here that I just drew in. It's something really easy to do if I'm bored, if I'm sitting somewhere, if I have to wait somewhere and I don't have a book with me or something that I need to be working on, then something like this just kind of helps pass the time. So that's how I use my Field Notes. And then, you'll notice that I have Foxy Fix dashboards on all of my inserts. And then last but not least, I have the Superior Labor wallet insert, which was from Baumkuchen as well. And I am loving this insert. So that was another thing that I was having trouble finding how it really fit and worked inside of a traveler's notebook. There are videos that people have about these inserts kind of by themselves, but I wasn't positive how it was going to work inside of my traveler's notebook. But I knew I needed it because although I have this, and then you'll see back here, I also have one, this is where I keep my ID. I also wanted something that I could really utilize as a wallet. And I do actually have almost every kind of wallet insert you can have. I have a Keely Reichman one, which I love. I have the craft folder. I have the plastic wallet insert made by Travelers Company. I have a really beautiful zipper pouch. I have the Foroof zipper pouch. I think maybe that's it. But obviously I have a lot of different wallet inserts. And this is absolutely my favorite. It's natural veg tan leather, which is my favorite. I just really love to be able to see how this patinas. It has brass, which goes along with my brass theme. It's navy, which is what my everyday carry bag is. And then on the inside here, I'm able to fit 4 cards very securely. Underneath is a pocket. I really like this little brass medallion. It says, "We travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us." And it has a little zipper pouch, which I was really kind of fearing this was going to be too thick. I don't know if it focuses on this and you can really see it, but before I had this around my little Travelers Company weekly insert, and it was really bulky. And I just kept playing with how I could insert all of these. So the 2 books, and this is my wallet, and the leather folder, while creating it as thin as possible, or making it as thin as possible. And this is really how it works out. And so what I've ended up doing is, because this is my business cards, or I also sometimes put like pieces of paper, just anything that I need to quickly reference to do something with. And then this is my planner, and this is my to-dos. This is all kind of half of this traveler's notebook, whereas this is the wallet half. So what has worked out perfectly for me is that I can very easily pull out my ID, pull out a card if I'm buying something, grab some cash if I need to. It's really perfect. It's been the perfect setup for me. I forgot to say, I also do have the little Baumkuchen charm as part of the bookmark. So anyway, that is my traveler's notebook. I hope that you enjoyed seeing what I use and how I use it. And if you have any questions, comments, anything, please leave a comment below. I'd love to talk with you. I don't really have anybody in real life who I can talk to you about traveler's notebooks, so that's why I'm coming to you, YouTube, to be able to find people who care about the same thing I care about. So let's create a community. Please feel free to leave a comment, and I'd love to hear from you. All right, have a good one. Bye.